A lot of pitches in this first inning. Ground ball to second base. Can we get out of the inning? And we do, over to first base. So the Rosman Tigers leave a couple of ladies stranded, but they put 4 across the plate, and they go to the bottom of the first inning now with a 4-0 lead over our Lady Devils here on a very windy Tuesday afternoon. Stay with us, fans. More coming up after this timeout. Fans, welcome back here on the bottom of the first inning. After a tough top of the first, our Lady Devils at bat. Let's see if we can return the favor as Rosman puts 4 runs on the scoreboard in the first inning. And leading off is going to be our pitcher, Carrie Jones, who has had a really solid year at the plate as well. Batting .324 with 6 steals, 6 RBIs, 14 runs scored. She gets on base well, too, with a .419 on-base percentage. That's why she is the leadoff hitter. Again, Carrie Jones, our senior, and I was giving her a hard time earlier today about being back on the broadcast as she was after the Murphy game. So anyway, Sydney Call is going to be on deck. Taylor Schuler will be hitting third. So they're the 1-2-3 hitters, and the wind is really, really blustery here this afternoon, as you can hear on the microphone and on the broadcast. And it is very breezy, but again, right now the wind is kind of blowing from right field to left field. We've seen it blowing from home plate to the outfield, again, which is really great for the hitters. We've only seen really one fly ball. Of course, we're just in the bottom of the first inning. There's a pop foul behind the plate, out of play. To bring you up to date on the Smoky Mountain Conference standings, our Lady Devils in second place. Hiawassee Dam is 7-0. They're in first place. We are 5-2 in second place, just in front of Murphy, who is 6-3. And Rosman is right behind Murphy at 4-3. Followed up by Cherokee at 3-4. Andrews is 3-6. Robbinsville 1-6. As there's the first out of the bottom of the first inning as a grounder. They're going to call it a foul, so no out. That is a good sign for our Lady Devils. But again, Robbinsville 1-6. Their win was against us, as you know. And Hayesville also 1-6 in conference play. But our Lady Devils alone in second place, hopefully with a couple of wins today, can keep the heat on Hiawassee Dam. Again, we host them May 5th on a Tuesday right here. Ground ball, this one is right to the pitcher, on over to first in time for out number 1. So Carey with a grounder to the pitcher here. 1 down. Sydney Call hitting .378 with 10 RBIs and 12 runs on the season. Taylor Schuler on deck. But we had a lot of other Swain girls over practicing some hitting in the batting cage earlier today. Looks like potential middle school girls, I guess, potentially getting some hitting practice as they watch the varsity. Hopefully they'll get to move up to the varsity somewhere down the road. Pitches in, and by the way, pitching this afternoon for the Lady Tigers is going to be Peyton Reese, wearing number 16 in the circle, trying to shut down our Lady Devils with her right arm. Pitch inside for a ball now with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the first inning. Again, Rosman trying to keep pace with us and Murphy. So basically right now it's a 4-team race, even though Cherokee is still they're kind of in the running as well at 3-4. There's a foul ball down the first base side off the bat of our Sydney Call, our sophomore, who plays down at second base and does a really good job at second base defensively as well. But again, Hiawassee Dam undefeated, 7-0. We're right behind at 5-2. Murphy at 6-3. Rosman right behind Murphy at 4-3. They just haven't played as many games. And Cherokee at 3-4. Andrews 3-6, followed by Robbinsville and Hayesville. Only 1 game in the win column for those 2 teams. Overall now, Hiawassee Dam is 8-2. Our Lady Devils are 5-7. Murphy 6-4. Rosman 8-4. Cherokee 3-4. Which is interesting. The only games Cherokee has played has been conference games. Foul ball out of play over on the baseball fence. Off the bat of Sydney Call with 1 out and nobody on. But it's a cool Tuesday afternoon. And if you talk to a lot of folks, they will tell you this is dogwood winter. And it happens every year without exception as long as I can remember. Every year when the dogwood trees are in bloom, we have some cold weather, and that's what we're getting this week. We understand lows are going to be in the 40s, potentially even 30s a couple of nights this week. So dogwood winter is definitely right here upon us here in late April. Pitch in. Oh, just inside for a ball. Oh, boy. The pitcher, Peyton Reese, kind of jumping up and down, wanted that one for a called strike, but didn't get it. So again, some of that, some of those mountain stories, some of the mountain lore, if you will. Dogwood winner, ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a clean base hit and a good one. We get our first base run of the day on now. Sidney Call is on with a single. So now let's see if we can return the favor. We had a little defensive trouble in the top of the first inning with a couple of errors, and let's see if we can get back on the offensive side. Batting now is going to be Taylor Schuler, one of our seniors, hitting .441, leading the team in average, 12 RBIs. And there is a shot that is going to be in, and that's going to be in for a base hit, just inside the left field line. So another base hit for Taylor Schuler. 2 in a row now, Sidney and Taylor back-to-back base hits. Adriana Kaler hitting now when her .371 average, stepping up to the plate. Adriana, one of our seniors. We have some good senior leadership in Adriana, Taylor, and Carey. And now we're getting some offensive momentum going here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch in, call strike. So far today, Peyton Reese in the circle for Rosman has been around the plate. 2 runners on, 1 out, and a 4-0 Rosman lead. Again, our first time at bat here on the bottom of the first. Pitch in the dirt. And all the runners will take off. And, well, let's see, holding at first, though, is going to be Taylor Schuler. But quickly down to third base. Good running over there by Sidney Call, who got on with a single. Moved to second base on the single by Taylor. And now a stolen base down at third. So we have a runner in scoring position to get the 0 off the scoreboard. Adriana, the way she's turned almost looks like a potential shot into right field. She steps out of the base now and looks at Coach Toby Burrell down in the back in the box down at third base. Still a lot of chatter down there on both sides. Pitch high, pitch down to throw down to second is going to be too far, too long. Into the outfield it goes, and our Lady Devils get one on the scoreboard the easy way. So again, an error this time on the Rosman Lady Tigers. So both teams with their defensive miscues here in the first inning. Taylor moves on to second, and Sidney comes on to score. 4-1 now, 1 down, bottom of the first. And there's a shot into right field. It's going to be at least a single and maybe more. Rounding first and heading on into second with an RBI stand-up double is going to be Adriana Kaler. And she gets it going here. A nice shot all the way to the fence. So a big RBI double on that shot by Adriana Kaler. So now it's a 4-2 ball game here in the first inning. 4-2. And our Lady Devils now with still a runner down at second base. Of course, that's Adriana with that stand-up double. And as we mentioned, the outfielder is going to be struggling today. The ground is so soft. Pitch in for a ball. And it's almost hard for the outfielders to get good traction because there's always that chance you're just going to slip and fall. So the outfielders are going to be, I think, running with a little bit of hesitation. There's another wild pitch. And now heading on down to third base is Adriana. Shani Catalster hitting. Shani hitting .360, the freshman. Our first baseman at the plate with a big stick. Elisa Green, the sophomore, is going to be on deck. And again, another potential run down at third. Pitch in for a strike. So now their pitcher just like our Kerry Jones throwing some pitches here in the first inning. That pitch getting through, and the run is in. We have our third run. Actually, that makes it a 4-3 ball game. So now our Lady Devils again with some defensive problems that Rosman is struggling with another run across the plate. So we're seeing some wild pitches. We saw a bad throw down to second base. So some throwing errors here on the bottom of the first inning for Rosman, helping our Lady Devils, even though we have had 3 hits in a row. Sydney Call with a single, Taylor Schuler with a single, Adriana Kaler with a stand-up double, and she's already in with the run. So a run scored by Adriana, stand-up double, stole third, then went on to score on a wild pitch, and now there's a walk to Shani Katalster. So both teams defensively having issues here in the ball game, as Shani is now at first base. And still only 1 out in the inning. Pitch outside for a ball. Jumping off, Shani ready to go. As Alicia Green at her .400 average is at the plate, the sophomore. Followed by another sophomore, Gabby Jones, going to be up in just a minute. As again, we have only 1 out. Big swing and a miss. Big cut by Alicia Green, our left fielder. So we got Alicia hitting, Gabby Jones on deck, Briar Buchanan on deck after Gabby. So we answer back with 3 big runs here to make it a 1-run game. 4-3 Rosman. Pitch in just for a strike. Boy, close down at first base. Throw down to first. Shady just got back. You don't see that much on the throw down to first, but there's nobody else on base, so nothing ventured, nothing gained, with a pickoff throw down to first. There's a high fly, and it's going to be into mid-center field. That's going to be out number 2. So Alicia Green with a fly into center field, and center fielder out there for Rosman didn't have to move much out there. Alicia Lewis in center field. And now hitting is going to be Gabby Jones, hitting .265 on the season. Our shortstop hitting with 2 out. Shani on first, ready to take off. Now we do run well. This team can run and steal the bases. We've already seen that here in the first inning, as we scored our last run as Adriana had a stand-up double, stole third, then came home on a wild pitch. So our girls can run, and they like to run, and they do it very well. So now let's see if Shani takes off and pitch in. Some more young ladies coming in for batting practice, looks like, over in the batting cage. So again, looks like some more potential middle school players coming in to get some batting practice in here at Swain County High School. Pitch in, foul ball out of play, right back behind home plate. One thing about it, we've seen some good hitting. We've seen a little bad defense, and we've seen some good base running here in the first inning. So we're seeing a wide open game that obviously from this point on anyway is going to be fun to watch. There's a well-hit ball into shallow left field for a base hit, and everybody's going to wind up safe. So a good hit by Gabby Jones. We are getting the ball on the bat here in the first inning. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 hits already. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Let's see if we can get one more in. As now Briar Buchanan hitting .222 with 6 RBIs. Let's see if she can get number 7 here. Briar, a sophomore, our center fielder, and a very good defensive player. There's a well-hit ball deep into center field. Center fielder back off her glove, off the fence. 1 run is going to score. Another run is going to be rounding third. Throw coming into home plate. It's not going to be enough. And hitting all the way down to third base easily is going to be Briar Buchanan. So a big double, 2 RBIs, and Briar is down at third base. So 2 RBIs off the bat of Briar, and our Lady Devils now have a 5-4 lead over Rosman. What a way to go. We answer back after getting down 4-0. We come right back and score 5 here on the bottom of the first. And now it's going to be Elisa Smith. And by the way, interestingly enough, this is Elisa's first career start for the Lady Devils. And we hope she's not going to be too nervous out there. Boy, she didn't show it. She hit a rocket down to second base. That's going to be out number 3. We leave one on, but again, a well-hit ball by Lisa Smith, our freshman, and the catcher behind the plate. So, again, we batted around here on the bottom of the first inning. We put 5 on the board, and we go to the top of the second in the lead, 5-4. We'll be right back. Welcome back, fans. We've played one inning here in this doubleheader with the Rosman Lady Tigers here at Swain County High School, and it's a 5-4 game. It's been a lot of fun already in the first inning now as Rosman is going to be batting to get things underway again offensively. Both teams batted around, interestingly enough, in the very first inning, and now it's going to be Alicia Gwynn leading off for the Rosman Lady Tigers, and she got on with a walk last time. Only, as we mentioned, the third walk in conference play given up by our Carrie Jones in the circle this afternoon, wearing number 4, our senior. And let's see if we can hold Rosman down offensively. There's an attempted bunt in for a strike. We had a couple of tough plays defensively there in the first inning. Let's see if we can hold those to a minimum and keep Rosman off the scoreboard here in the top of the second inning. Again, a great ball game at 5-4. Our Lady Devils in the lead. Pitch outside for a ball. On deck is going to be Bree Cole and Hannah Reese. As again, Rosman scored 4 in their half of the first inning. Pitch low in, just a little low, just missing. Pitch in for a ball. Again, the breeze, we think anyway, has kind of settled down a little bit. It was really brisk earlier today. It's been blowing all day long. Of course, as you know, a lot of counties in western North Carolina under a tornado watch last night. Thank goodness that didn't materialize. So there's another walk. And for the second time today, Alicia Gwynn is on with a walk. Coming up now is going to be Bree Cole, who got on with a base hit last time. She shows bunt, backs off, in for a ball. And Gwynn down at first base. We see her pretty active as well. So she's very likely to take off at any moment here in this contest. Let's see if that's the case here. It's another bunt showing, and they're faking it again. And the ball in the dirt. Good block behind the plate back there by our catcher, Elisa Smith, a freshman, her first career start. And again, talking about nerves when you're a catcher behind the plate for your first ever start. That's tough. Pitch in for a strike. Carey getting it in there. In the first inning, Carey had a couple of strikeouts. Now let's see if we, again, can keep those runners from coming all the way around. Pitch in, another strike. Nice work by Carey. Holding over at first is Alicia Gwynn. As we mentioned, Rosman coming in today in fourth place, actually, just behind Murphy. Murphy at 6-3, Rosman at 4-3. We are 5-2, Hiawassee Dam 7-0. Those are your top 4 conference teams. We think with a potential shot at a conference championship, even though Cherokee at 3-4 is not out of it mathematically. We have 7 games left, 2 of those here today. There's a shot that's going to be right down the left field line for at least a base hit. Good throw coming into second base. We're trying to get the handle on it. Coming up with it now is Carey, and now everybody holds, but that was a rocket right down the third base line off the bat of Bree Cole, her second hit on the day. She is now 2 for 2. Hannah Reese coming up, got on with an error last time. So Rosman starting off here in the second just like they did in the first, literally with a walk and a single. Let's see if we can turn the tide and come up with a big defensive play here. Pitch outside for a ball. Runner starting to dance around already down at second base, especially Alicia Gwynn. Very active. Pitch in, getting in the dirt a little bit. Everybody stays. No damage done there. Now, coming up on Friday, we want to invite you back. Our ladies are going to be hosting the Cherokee Lady Braves are going to be coming in. Pitch in for a strike. Carey getting it on the outside corner. Good work So again, another big conference showdown with Cherokee coming in here Friday. So we hope you'll come on out Friday afternoon and back our Lady Devils in softball here. There's a well-hit ball into right field. Oh, it's going to be in, and the sun really caused problems for Taylor Schuler on that one. Throw is going to be coming into second base, and the run is in. But again, right in the eyes of our right fielder Taylor Schuler, and that had to be tough because we're looking out at that same sun, and I know no way she could see that softball because our especially in right field, first base, second base, all those defensive players are looking right into the sun. So a tough play there indeed. So now, pitch in for a strike, hitting us the cleanup batter, and that's going to be Marissa Henson, who got on with an error last time. So now it's a 5-5 ball game. First run here for Rosman with now runners at second and third. Ground ball between shortstop and third. One more run is in. Throw coming into third. Everybody else will hold. So Rosman with another base hit. Getting those runs in there now. Now it's a 6-5 Rosman lead. They had 4 in the first. They are answering back with 2 here in the second. And they come in with a pinch runner as well. Coming on to run now again for Rosman is going to be Whitley Galloway. And they have a couple of Galloways on the team, Krista and Whitley Galloway. No more trouble at the plate, and another run is going to be in. So Rosman, with our Lady Devils struggling again here defensively with the pitch getting through. Really having some problems here against the Lady Tigers of Rosman here this afternoon. Let's see if we can settle down now. It's a 7-5 ball game. So we've had a couple of errors here now in the top of the second. There is a high fly. That one's going to be trouble as well. Oh, coming on. What a catch by our center fielder. What a catch right on the top of the shoelaces by our center fielder coming in there. Briar Buchanan caught that one. I don't know how she ever got to that ball because it was just outside the infield. But what a great play. So far, the defensive play of the game by our center fielder, Briar Buchanan. Just got that one off the top of the grass. Batting is Kirsten Wisnett now. And last time Kirsten struck out one of 2 strikeouts that Kerry Jones got against the Lady Tigers in the top of the first inning. Charging again from third on that attempted bunt. Adriana coming hard from third base. Rosman still with a runner down at second. The pinch runner down there, Whitley Galloway. But an offensive game here this afternoon. We're not seeing a lot of good defense so far, but plenty of runs scored and a whole lot of offense here. If you're an offensive fan, you're liking this game today, but you're not liking the fact that we're down 7-5. But hey, we had 5 in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch low again. And this time the runner charges for third and is going to be safe. So the pinch runner, Whitley, winds up safe at third. And now Coach Toby Burrell comes out and wants to talk to the official about something on that particular pitch and the runner advancing from second to third. So now the officials are going to talk things over and see what they want to come up with. Coach Toby Burrell talked to the home plate umpire, and from what we can tell, nothing is going to change that we can see from up here anyway. Runner will stay at third. It's a 7-5 Rosman lead. And we're in the top of the second inning in a wide open ball game here. Pitch in for a strike. Kerry Jones trying to keep that ball around the plate here, and that's going to be strike 3 and out 2. So for the second time today, Kirsten Wisnett goes down with a strikeout. Hitting now is going to be Peyton Reese. Last time up, Peyton got on with the fielder's choice. Pitch in, gets by the catcher, running hard from third is going to be the run in, and that is run number 4. So the Lady Tigers now duplicating the first inning with 4 in the second. 4 runs in the first, 4 now in the second, and they lead 8-5. And if we can duplicate what we did, we're okay, but because we had 5 in our bottom half of the first inning. It's now 8-5 Rosman. But again, our defense is having a tough day so far today. Now Carrie Jones can settle down a little bit. No runners are on and 2 out. Try to get the runner at the plate, or the batter at the plate, rather. Pitch outside for a ball. Outfielders were charging on that pitch. And well, I tell you, we see the center fielder looking out at the sun out there as we speak. Briar Buchanan looking up, and that sun is right in their face. As we saw that a moment ago with that shot into right field. That's a tough one. But it's working on both teams. Your first baseman, second baseman, center fielder, right fielder, all having to deal with that sun in their face. Pitch in the dirt again. Nobody on and 2 out here on the top of the second. A 4-run second for Rosman. There's a ground ball up the middle, and it's going to be through and in there for a base hit. So again, their pitcher, Peyton Reese, on with the hit. And that is their 3rd base hit of the inning here. Coming up now is going to be Adriana Barton, their center fielder, who struck out last time. And another pinch runner coming in is Hannah Sanders. Pinch runner now for Rosman. Pitch in for a strike. Sanders getting back over to first base. Carey trying to get those strikes in there and come up with out number 3 here. Again, Carey has thrown a lot of pitches here this afternoon. I know these girls are in great shape, but hey, everybody sooner or later gets tired. Barton at the plate, 2 more hitters, and Rosman will have batted around again here in the second. Pitch outside for a ball. Still a light breeze blowing here, but the wind has settled down some from what we saw before the game when it was really just a lot of crazy wind blowing here at Swain County High School. Pitch in the dirt again. Good stop back there behind the plate by Elisa Smith. Don't forget now, fans, our girls are going to be back home here Friday with Cherokee coming in. We don't have many home games left, so try to come out and back our girls on Friday. There is a high pop-up second baseman under it, and that's going to be out number 3. Good work over there at second base by Sydney Call. So Rosman leaves 1 stranded, but they come back with 4, and we go to the bottom of the second with the score, Rosman 8, Swain 5. We'll be right back.